Can I just say, it is great to be in a time where finally we can have a Power Ranger fighting game. Let's cue the music. Hey guys, Keon here, and man, I'm glad that we have a Power Ranger fighting game. Now don't get me wrong, I've known about this game for a couple weeks now that it's been out and everything, so it isn't like this is anything new. It's just that I want to make this video just to build up to a video that I'm going to make later on for next week. Hopefully I can get it out by next week, and wow, it's great to have this because we always get Street Fighter, Dead or Alive, Mortal Kombat. You have Soul Calibur, Virtua Fighter. I guess Virtua Fighter if anybody really cares. I know I said Dead or Alive, whatever. Oh, and Mortal Kombat, and we have Mortal Kombat coming out this year as well, and that's I believe coming out in April. And this game is also coming out in April. Kind of a weird time they're trying to make this game come out, but you know, if they think they could compete, whatever, you know, maybe they should separate from Mortal Kombat. That is a powerhouse fighting game in itself, whatever. I'm glad that we have a Power Ranger fighting game because it's definitely a dream of mine. I love Power Ranger, as you can tell. I love Power Ranger. It's always been one of my favorite shows. I watched a lot of different generations of Power Rangers. Not all of them, but the ones that were appealing to me. And this one's supposed to be based off of Shattered Grid because it's called Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. So Shattered Grid is when it takes place with Lord Draken, who is Tommy Oliver, and he stayed evil and basically ripping through the grid of all different generations or dimensions of Power Rangers. So we are expected to get a variety of them. That's what my next video where I'll talk more in depth about it, the Power Ranger that can be in here. But I do think this gives a certain opportunity. And when I say this is because, now don't get me wrong, if this wasn't called Battle for the Grid, I feel like they could have had more character slots, a lot of character slots. There's a lot of Power Rangers out there and everything. And I'm glad they're making this game in general. Now, if they didn't make it about or spin it off of Shattered Grid, I think this would have gave them less limitations of such. But this game is being made by Inway, and they made the Power Ranger Legacy Wars mobile game, which is fantastic. Very addicted to it currently, me and my friend Michael. And it's a great game. It's a really good mobile game, a great free mobile fighting game. It's honestly better than the Injustice one I played before. It's better than Mortal Kombat one. It's better than the one I know WWE made. It's just better than all of them altogether. I just think it really surpassed all of them, and it updates every now and then, and you get new characters about every freaking month. I love it. It's very well made. So the fact that they're making an actual game for video game console / PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, I think is really great, and I expect nothing less from Inway Games. I think they're doing a very good job, and they probably have a good idea of what they want to go for. I really hope that this game, because I already had a feeling when Legacy Wars came out, it was already opening up for more opportunities of other Power Ranger games. Now that Power Ranger is also owned by Hasbro now. So I also feel that because we have Battle for the Grid coming out, and depending on how well that does, I really do think this opens up for even more opportunities. Maybe a Power Ranger game where we get a giant variety of them, and we can keep out a certain amount, but I digress. But because it is based off Shattered Grid, I think we're just gonna get characters that were essential to that comic. If you never read that comic, I'm not saying I recommend that you do. It is a good comic, and it actually does do great with the Power Ranger lore. I'm just saying, for just to have a good general idea of who may be in this game, as to those that may question, oh, how come this character isn't in here? Now don't get me wrong, the Yellow Ranger from Super Mega Force, not gonna lie, I am surprised that she's in here. I know she's a giant pain in my ass when it comes to the Legacy Wars, let me tell you that much. I don't really remember that character really being that big of a deal and Shattered for the Grid. I just don't recall anything of such. But I am hoping we get a great variety of certain special characters, special Power Rangers. Nevertheless, I would love for the Titanium Ranger or so to be in there. Just depending on what they're going to do, because it's going to have an arcade mode, a story mode of such, and it's going to have competitive, so you know, great, fantastic. I'm just glad we got a new fighting game to add on to the list of variety. Your Guilty Gears, your Blaze Blues, just a variety of fighting games that we've had over the years that's still here. And you know how Dragon Ball FighterZ and everything that's doing, how it's doing really good. So you know that Power Ranger hop in on there. You see some of the mechanics in the teaser trailer of how things are going to be when it comes to teaming up or having teams. I assume it will be 3-3 of such. I think that's what it showed on in the picture, just a general idea of what it'll be like. It's kind of how the game is for the mobile device. At the same time, you use extra characters as assists, and this one seems like you can use them not only as assists, but also to switch out. And I like that a lot. Let's not go for that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 route because that was brutally annoying. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, fine by me. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, who the hell even played it? That's just my general thoughts. But guys, if you've seen the trailer, if you like the game, or you have hopes for it, or you think it's going to be trash, please do comment below. If you have any expectation of any Power Rangers that you wish to be in there, then please do comment below. And as always guys, if there's any other movies, TV shows, animes, trailers, video games, musicians, and any such that you want me to talk about, then by all means guys, comment below. And as always, like if you dare, and subscribe if you care. And Keon for Miles.